Peace and light, family. I hope that you are well. So I wanted to do a series dedicated to how to find yourself. I do a lot of spiritual consultations, and I find that a common question that I get is, how do I find myself? How do I figure out who I am? A lot of people express this feeling of not knowing who they are. So I want to do this video series dedicated to how do you find yourself? How do you gain knowledge of self? And keep in mind that finding yourself is beyond just knowing who you are on a surface level. It's digging into what caused you to become who you are. What is that trauma? What are those coping mechanisms that you develop over time, unhealthy and healthy? You know, what is that family history? What is that genetic code that has been ingrained in you? That is all a part of the journey of finding yourself. But normally, when people get to the point of desiring to find themselves, they have gotten to this point where they are simply sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay? Shout out to Fannie Lou Hamer for that quote. They are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And when you get to that point, you have to make the keen decision that you are ready for a change. You are ready for something new. And in order to go on that journey of finding yourself, it's going to take a couple of things. Number one, it takes honesty. You have to be real with you. Nobody else knows who you are deep down inside but you. Some people have worn masks for so long. They have put on facades of so long of being happy, of being joyful, of being gangster. You know, some people have put on this mask of being emotionless. Some people have put on a mask of being the cheery, jolly person who loves everyone and wants to help everyone, and it's great and it's awesome. But deep down inside, you are aching. You are hurting. You feel lost. You don't know what's happening to you. You don't know why you keep attracting toxic people, toxic situations, toxic careers, brokenness, okay? There's a lot of things that you may be attracting that you are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of attracting those things. So you have to make the decision that you are going to go on this journey with honesty first. Second, be patient. Realize that this journey is a journey, and finding yourself is going to take time. But the longer you take to be real, the longer your journey will be. The more honest you are, the more realistic you are, the more connected you are with your truth, the faster the journey will be. However, know that it's a journey. So be patient. It's not going to happen overnight, but you will see progress. Step by step by step with time, you will see progress. So you need honesty, you need patience, and most of all, you need perseverance. Don't grow a little bit and stop. Don't ever get too comfortable. Don't ever feel like, oh, okay, I'm good. What I wanted some money, I got it. I wanted a better man, I got him. I wanted a better woman, she here. I wanted a better job, got it. Don't get gains and get comfortable, okay? On this journey, you constantly have to be willing to work to be a better person. So if you feel like you can handle this journey, let's get started. To go on the journey of finding yourself, you have to ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? To figure out who you are, you have to, number one, start a journal. And in that journal, you need to open it up to the first page. And at the very top, write, who am I? If you are doing this right now, as I am saying this, at the top, bold letters, who am I? Question mark. And then I want you to make lists. Yes, list plural, because it's going to be several lists. Each list will have a topic. Food, friends, sex, partner, family. Once you have gotten those topics down, you need to make a list for each topic. For example, for the topic of food, I want you to make a list. You can do a T-chart. At the top of each side, one side of the T-chart, label it likes. One side of the T-chart, label it dislikes. And I literally want you to go through and I want you to list all the food you like and all the food you dislike. I did this myself, and I was surprised at some of the responses that I gave. Some of the things that I realized that I was eating and didn't even really like it, but I was eating it because that's what I grew up on. Or I was eating it because I was taught to finish your plate. For example, I do not like brown sugar oatmeal. I do not like it. That was under my dislike list. But I grew up eating it. So anytime someone presented it to me, I felt like I had to eat it. But I realized when I made this list that I ain't even like it. I don't like cauliflower. That's under my list of dislikes. I didn't realize how much I love greens and cornbread until I made my list. That was under my list of likes. So what you have to do is decide what foods do you really like and what foods do you not like. And then go through each one and ask yourself why. And see, this list may feel petty. It may feel like, what? Food? Why am I doing food? But a lot of people don't even know what they like to eat. How many of y'all have gotten that question, what's your favorite food? And you just say something generic like pizza. I like cereal. Something that the most common answers. But you really don't even know what is your favorite food. Mine is collard greens and cornbread. I found that out when I did my list. Because I did my list and I realized how much I kept coming back to greens and cornbread. And I was like, I really love greens and cornbread. That's my food. So you make these lists of things that you like and things that you don't like. But you do that for each topic. Let me tell you when it gets deep. When you get to the topic of friends, what are traits in your friends that you like and dislike? And then go back through each of those traits and ask yourself, why do I like this? What does this mean? When you put loyalty, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Why do you like that so much in a friend? Under dislikes, when you put hating, what does hating look like? What does it feel like? Why do you dislike that so much in a friend? It may bring you back to an experience you had. That's when you get to the trauma. It may bring you back to a specific moment where you felt the type of way. You may have been embarrassed by a friend. Something could have happened where you felt let down by a friend. It brings you back to that experience, that situation. And that's how we start getting deeper into that journey of finding ourselves. The goal of creating these lists of things that you like and don't like is so that you can know who you are on a surface level. What you like in food, friends, a partner. When I say partner, I mean a spouse, a man, a woman, your significant other. When you create these lists of things you like and don't like, food, friends, partner, sex, things you like and don't like in the bedroom, when you create these lists, they connect you back to experiences. But you have to do the work of going to each thing under the likes list and dislikes list for each topic and asking yourself, why do I like this? Why do I not like this? What is it about this thing that made me dislike this so much? Some people even use the word hate. They'll say, I hate this, I hate that. But why do you hate it? What brings you that feeling of disdain? And it'll bring you back to the experience. So, step one, who are you? Create these lists. Topics can be, once again, food, sex, partner, spouse, that goes under partner, friends, family. What is it in a family member that you like and dislike? Who are family members that you like and dislike? Work, career, hobbies. These are all lists that you can create. What do you like and dislike? And next to each trait, make notes. Because, ask yourself why and answer that. And I promise you, you will realize things about yourself that you may not have necessarily known before. You will get new revelations about who you truly are. So step one, everybody, find out who you are on a surface level and then ask yourself why. You'll be surprised how many questions you have about yourself that get answered. Be honest. Be whole. Trust yourself. Make it through the entire list. Complete it. all of them. I'm excited to read some of your responses in the comments. Please leave any questions or comments below. Feel free to give each other advice. I promise you, I vow to you that I am not going to leave you with these open wounds, because I'm telling you, these lists are going to open some wounds. They're going to bring you back to some experiences. I will not leave you with these open wounds. We're going to work together to help close them and heal these wounds. But first, we got to do the work. So do your list. Let me know what you find out or you discover about yourself, things that you didn't know before, and then we'll reconvene and we'll discuss and we'll break some things down and talk about what we're going to do with these past experiences that these lists may have triggered, what we're going to do with this trauma to heal and get through on this journey of finding yourself. Much love and light, family. Once again, we are a community. I love you. I appreciate you. Peace and light.